Hello everybody, my name is Rodolfo Miranda from Roots ID. This is the completion report for the project Universal Resolver for DID Prism that was on the challenge Accelerate Decentralized Identity on Fund 8. The Roots ID team is composed by Lance, Esteban, Batch, and myself. In Roots ID, we are providing open source building blocks for the self-sovereign identity ecosystem in Cardano. We already delivered several components, and now we are focusing on this one that is called Universal Resolver. This project is called Universal Resolver for DID Prism. Let's start explaining what is DID Prism. DID stands for Decentralized Identifier. A DID is defined as a string that starts with the word DID followed by a method name. The methods are defined by each identity platform or solution. There are many methods already defined. Atala Prism define DID Prism for their solution. DID are associated with a DID document. The document is the place where we store verification and authentication methods. Those are the public keys of the owner of the DID. Also, it's the place to store other information such as an endpoint. The process of getting a DID document out of the DID is called resolution. So we say that we resolve a DID into a DID document. Now, what is a universal resolver? A universal resolver is a project that started at DIF, the Decentralized Identity Foundation that is leading several standards on the identity world. They build a solution that helps resolve many different methods in one place. This is a nice piece of code that helps interoperability among players. The way it works is that identity providers build a driver to resolve their own method. More than 50 drivers are already there, but no one for Prism. Our goal was to develop it. We face a challenge because the DID document format is standardized by the W3C, and Prism SDK produced a document that is not compliant, so we had to make a transformation to adapt it to be compliant. For example, the SDK produced a public key in a compressed format that we had to convert to a base 58 codification. Other mappings are more straightforward, but still need to be done. What we developed for this project? We developed the driver for the Prism Resolver that is an open source code that you can find in our GitHub repo. It's also an image in a Docker image that you can find in a Docker Hub. We also forked the complete Universal Resolver solution with this driver itself and also an image in the Docker Hub. And we hosted a cloud instance in Amazon Web Services. Why is that important for us? First of all, we keep developing open source building block for the SSI community. Anybody can use them. We also base that development in a library that we produce in a project from Fund 7 that is called OneLib. We believe that interoperability is critical for adoption of the technology. Finally, we are in close contact with the Atala Prism team to promote and register the Prism method in the W3C registry. Thank you from the Roots ID team.